Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. LoveLine, coast to coast.
We're back here. It's LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. Adam Carolla is not here. I'm Stryker, in again with Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist.
Stryker, what's going on?
Not much. I'm just like speeding here. 405 freeway was packed.
Oh, no.
Eating nuts outside. There's red vines. You're drinking out of the VIP glass. And did you get a haircut?
What was that?
He thinks I'm sniffing stuff at the nighttime.
No, you're speeding. So
Yeah,
you're speeding.
yeah, like last night.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I'm feeling
I get haircuts all the time.
Did you get a haircut?
Yeah.
You're a handsome man, but it's looking a little short.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
It looks like I could just pick it off your head right now. Toupee-ish, kind of.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah. I know it's not a toupee, but it kind of looks like one.
That's nice.
All right, so I just got here literally 2 minutes ago. The guests, the living end, the punk man from Australia, were they here and you sent them out somewhere?
No, Anderson did. This is a sort of reenactment of what happened with Cisco. Cisco showed up early.
Okay.
So Anderson said, "Hey, you better find something else to do." And our guests are so thrilled to be here that when you send them away, they just figure out, screw it, I'm not going back.
Well, the living end are big drinkers.
Oh, nice.
I bet you right now they are guzzling some Australian beer. Foster's. That's
no,
beer
Aussies drinking hard? No way.
Oh, yeah. They could drink all of us. Of course.
Oh, nice.
Right. All right. So take some calls before the living end gets here. And if you guys want to speak to the living end, feel free to ask him anything you want. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number, or ask anything else you want. I will try not to suck too bad. All right. We'll start with Joanna.
Hi.
Hi, you're 20 on LoveLine. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just calling to ask if it's safe to have anal sex because every time I do that, the next day I'll start bleeding, and I don't know why. So I've been doing that for 7 years.
You've been whoa. You've been having anal sex since you were 13?
Yes.
With who at 13?
Well, with my husband.
Wait, the guy you're married to now is who you were with at 13?
Yes.
And at 13, how old is he now?
25.
So he was 18.
18,
And he was trying to do it in a booty then?
He was 18, you were 13?
There's something goofy with him.
Well, he's a despicable asshole. But aside from that, something up with Joanna that she would be with an 18-year-old and marry him and have, submit to anal sex at 13. That's bizarre. But
how many kids do you have?
None.
Oh, God bless you.
Yes.
But be that as it may, I hope you're taking your iron because you can certainly lose a fair amount that way. Secondly, you need to see a doctor. They need to look in there and see where that bleeding's coming from.
Do you think something's wrong?
Yeah, bleeding means something's wrong. It doesn't mean something's right. It means something's wrong.
Right.
It can be fissures, tears, hemorrhoids, polyps, colitis. A lot of different things can cause that bleeding. It needs to be checked out.
It's not safe to be doing it in the booty, is it, Dr. Drew?
Well, it's not unsafe.
I mean, if you take the proper, use the lubricant.
The point is, S happens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay,
how can I say that better about this particular act? Stuff goes down.
safe?
Well, no. Things happen to people when they mess around down
Right.
there.
Okay, but is it safe to do it that way?
It could cause fissures, hemorrhoids, colitis. You got to be careful. And if you're bleeding over and over, I would probably stop, if not slow down, and wait till it heals up and then try it again
Get looked
later.
at so you know what you're dealing with there, and then you can decide whether or not you've caused some harm. You can hurt yourself, yes.
The good news is you won't get pregnant if he does what up the booty. Correct, Dr. Drew?
Stryker, you're a genius.
I am a freaking genius. All right.
Okay, but is it safe?
Very good. Jason?
Yo.
What's up, man? You're 23 on LoveLine.
That is correct. How's it going?
Good.
I have a question for Dr. Drew, or pretty much whoever might have a philosophy on this particular subject.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Jason, you're freaking me out already.
oh, really?
What's up?
Yeah. I can, give myself oral sex. And I was wondering if y'all would consider that as, gay or bisexual or anything like that.
Only if you swallow your own semen.
Well, I did the first time, but I decided that it was rather disgusting. And didn't like
Thank
to
you,
do it.
Jason, just for all of our
Well,
sensibilities.
if you've only done it once and you don't do it, I'd say you're normal. If I could do that, for Christ's sake, oh my God, I would do it every time. Hey, boys, Chris. Hey.
They may want to.
Guys?
They may want to have a little ring. Sort of.
Yeah, Jason, can you hold
ring
on
an
one sec?
opinion.
Sure.
All right,
No,
we got
please do.
2/3 of the living end coming in here. We're old mates,
We are, mate.
How
got
are
the
you?
Better half of the living.
What's up? Yeah, we got the better half.
Chris. How do you
Where
do?
is it Scott? That's Travis is
Travis
missing.
is missing.
Travis missing. All right, Travis is the drummer.
He's he should be getting to the Canadian border about now, and I reckon they're going to turn him away.
You think so?
I don't reckon they'll let him in.
He's got something hidden on him, right? He's holding.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just that
yeah.
It's just that he looks like a serial killer.
Between him and our road crew, there's no chance.
There you go. Well, the Living End, you guys, they're from Australia. They are an amazing punk band. I don't know how with just 3 guys they get the sound they do, but it's unbelievable. Roll On is the CD that's out. The first song is great, Pictures in the Mirror. The second song kicks ass. And just to give you a refresher course, you guys in Radioland that don't know who the Living End are, can you play a quick clip of, no, he's shaking his head, of Prisoner Society? No, he's putting it in there. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, put him on the spot.
Yeah, we'll put him on the spot. So you guys, we were just talking to this guy, and he was asking, he gives himself...
Well, let him ask the questions of these guys.
Okay, all right.
Can we hear that?
Yeah, put on
Put
on the headphones. You got to mess up the do. Jason, ask the Living End the question you just asked Drew and I.
Hey, Living End. How's it going, guys?
Very
Good.
well.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, but you're ringing up to complain to a radio station.
Yeah, it's great.
What is
Good
it?
stuff,
What's the
man.
problem?
Well, I can give myself oral sex, and I was wondering if you guys think that's gay or bisexual.
So far, they look impressed.
I think you're very gifted, my
You are?
son. Definitely. What do you think, Scott?
I think the circuses will be chasing you.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with sexual preference.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Well, I'm sort of wondering why Jason does this if it freaks him out so much.
Yeah, don't do
Because
it.
he can do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because,
I don't think
because if it's there,
Yeah, but he has other ways
gonna
of
take
doing that without seemingly doing something that disturbs him so much.
Jason,
Yeah.
can you do it because you're so big, or because you can contort yourself like a pretzel?
Not really like pretzel. I mean, I'm pretty flexible.
Yeah.
And I got 7 1/4 down there, but I mean, it's not like it's huge or anything.
No, that's not,
I just I can stretch myself pretty well.
I would say you're fine, and everyone says you're fine. Just don't swallow your own stuff, okay?
I heard it tastes good
It
though.
has nothing. Oh,
I have. Women
No.
have told me it tastes. Some women say they like the sweet taste.
We were
Oh,
talking about this
maybe
last
it's
night.
maybe it's just me, but
marshmallows and strawberries. That's what it is.
You
Listen,
have
but
to eat
Jason just
pineapple.
has nothing to do with sexual orientation. Now you may be gay. We didn't explore whether you are or aren't, but has nothing to do with that weird habit.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Chris from the Living End, have you ever tried to do that in the history of your living? Try to get your mouth down there.
no, I'm not very flexible at all. But I say to this guy,
Yeah,
if you
it's-
can't please yourself, and if you can't give yourself a pat on the back or a whatever else, then
Right.
then who's gonna?
There you go.
A spank,
I agree.
A spank.
Yeah,
But yeah,
very
Stryker,
good.
he's not flexible. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If I could do it for
The
God's sakes, I
flexibility.
would go to work.
It's not the size; it's the flexibility. Get it?
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
not the
That's
size,
right.
it's the flexibility. All right, get a quick clip of Prisoner Society. Sorry to brand you guys with just this song, but most people know you from this.
It's all right. It's all right.
Live version on the new album, but listen to this, you guys, for just a quick second. Yes, that song is just every time you guys play that. I saw your first U.S. show ever in New Orleans, wasn't that there?
that's right. It was the House of Blues.
House of Blues show. Yeah,
That's
I was
right,
I
the
was
radio
there at
show.
that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flew out there and saw you guys years
Oh,
ago.
wow.
Yeah, it was
Well,
really
thank you.
cool. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So the Living End is here, and let's speak. Let's grab that guy over there. Is that
Okay,
cool?
yeah.
All right. Hey, Jeremy,
Yeah, hey, what's up?
what's up? You're 15 on with the Living End.
Yeah, hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, how you going? All right.
Pretty good. Dude, you guys are like one of my favorite bands of all time. I mean, when Prisoner of Society came out as a single on the radio in 98 or 99 or whenever, I was automatically hooked. And I went out and I haven't gotten the new album yet. I've heard some of it. I think it's really good.
Come on. What are you waiting for?
What's that?
What are you waiting for?
I'm going to get it as soon as I get some money, man. I'm
Yeah, it's much better than the
a
first
poor
one.
little teenage. Oh, I love the first one, though.
Thank you.
Cool. You got a question for the guys? You just wanted to take care of their oral sex.
Well, I have just a question about, are there any other, punk bands that really haven't been discovered in Australia that really deserve to be?
Yeah, there's tons of them. There's tons of them that haven't been able to, haven't had the money or the opportunity or whatever to come over here and tour and stuff. But yeah, there's a huge scene for it in Australia. It's like anywhere in the US, I guess. It's kind of like LA or whatever. There's a really big kind of underground scene, and there's a lot of bands that have been around for years and years doing that kind of music, but just really kind of haven't broken out of Australia or out of the cities that they live in or whatever. So yeah, and there's all There's all kind of good stuff going on in Australia that the rest of the world doesn't know about.
Can you name one or two bands? Maybe Jeremy. He seems like a
Well, there's a
rock
band. The first band that springs to mind is a band called Body Jar from Melbourne, who have been around for years and years and years. They've got about 3 or 4 records out, and they're going to be here in the summer actually for the first time on the Warp Tour. They're doing some of the Warp Tour, and they're also opening up for Blink-182. And they're as far as I'm concerned, they kind of stand up on a worldwide scale as one of the better kind of poppy punk rock kind of bands. So yeah, it's
wow,
a good...
long answer, long-winded, but good answer.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. All right.
They will set a good example.
Very cool. All right, let's speak to Victor. Yeah, what's up? You're 15 on LoveLine with the Living End.
What's up, Stryker?
Nothing, man. How are you?
I'm alright.
Cool.
I kind of lied about my question.
Uh-oh.
Drew, I was kind of wondering, 2 questions for you.
Uh-oh.
One, I wanted to know long-term effects, if any, of mixing Tylenol and alcohol.
Well, if you're drinking lots of alcohol...
Well, it was one night. It was,
in a single night, that typically doesn't do anything, provided you're taking usual doses of Tylenol. Listen, 8 Tylenol can kill you, okay?
Well, I took 10.
No way.
Okay, so, yeah, Tylenol is a very toxic drug. What happens is it very easily exceeds your liver's capacity to metabolize it, and the remainder gets shunted into a metabolic pathway that creates a very, very toxic chemical. And your liver will shut down in about 3 days. Now, if you're lucky, you make it through that. Some people, it's different for different people, how much they take and how their blood levels get. Some people have to take 30 or 40 before they really get that toxic effect.
Oh, man.
But 8 can kill you. And if you're a heavy drinker, for a long time, that enzymatic machinery that's there to metabolize the Tylenol or the acetaminophen is actually reduced, so you're more likely to get that toxic drug. So that's the problem with using it with alcohol.
That's 8 at one time, just swallowing it. That
Right.
could kill you.
Yeah. Because
Well,
I was sick actually last time we were here in New York, and I was down in those suckers like nothing else. And man, I felt good. I really did feel good. And so,
Chris,
but don't try that at home.
Last time I saw you guys, Scott and Chris, you guys were pretty drunk. You were downstairs in the building. Remember that before you came up?
Yeah. And now we've been across the road.
You
We've been.
you were taking plain Tylenol or Tylenol number 3?
I don't know.
Yeah, probably something a little more than just Tylenol.
Yeah.
If it's white and it's round, they
If your
swallow
manager was giving it to you.
Yeah,
it was not
that's
just
right.
Tylenol.
I'm sure.
It came in a
Zoe.
brown paper bag.
Nice.
That wasn't Tylenol. Zoe.
Hi.
Hi, you're 28 on Loveline. What's up?
Yes, I'm sorry Adam's not here because I think he would get a kick out of it. I'm an update call.
Right.
Dr. Dude, do you remember the girl with the Tui Yasasopo?
No.
Do you remember that as my code word for sex?
No.
And Adam just went crazy.
Kind of.
Okay, no, I'm the girl that had sexual abuse, and I was getting freaky with my boyfriend, and we were doing like S&M stuff, and Tui Yasasopo was our code word.
Oh, I do remember that. I do remember that, yes.
And Adam was like,
Hold on.
I can't
The
even
Living
say
End just
Tui
freaked out
Yasasopo.
when they heard that. I love to see it.
You guys are ventriloquists.
Yeah, he is good.
Okay, no, the update is I started a therapy, which is what you told me to do.
Great.
And it's getting better, but now the main issue is I have a control issue, and I was wondering, like, if things don't, it's like almost OCD. If things aren't the way that I want them to be, if my lawn isn't mowed a certain way.
Which lawn?
The lawn in my house.
Okay,
that's not almost OCD. That is OCD.
Well, if my lawn isn't mowed a certain way, like my sister mows it, I'll just go out and do it again.
Yeah, that's OCD.
And it's not with everything, and I wonder if the control is from the abuse because I didn't have any control about the abuse.
You can explore what the OCD means to you, but it's that quality you're certainly developing. Probably because something you're getting into is more troubling to you than you might otherwise understand.
Who owns a lawnmower? You own a lawnmower?
No, I own the one you push by reel. I've got a 5,000 square foot lot, and I mow it by hand like every 2 days.
Wow.
Bloody Nora.
And that's because I like to garden. That's my pastime. But
what's your favorite fruit to garden?
I have blueberries and I have a vegetable patch. I have a lot of perennials.
Right.
A lot of stuff. But I don't have OCD about everything. It's
I
only
understand,
about
but
certain
just
things.
understand that your therapy is certainly beginning to scratch some stuff that you'll
But
find.
I've always had these problems. I was the oldest, and I was always put in control and responsible
I
for all
understand.
my other siblings.
I understand, and that's a way of sort of managing feelings for you. And as these feelings start to surface, it's hard to know what symptoms you're going to get, but clearly something's happening. So
It doesn't make me happy to do it. It just makes
you'll
the
learn,
anxiety level pushed down.
That's the point.
And then I feel
helps
like
you manage feelings.
I can just go. But I don't know what feelings I'm managing.
Well, that's right. That's what you'll figure out in therapy over the next few months.
Okay.
All right, Zoe?
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
And Chris from the Living End said if you ever need your lawn mowed, he'll do it for you.
I don't think enough people
It's a ride-on mower, right?
I'm sure it is.
I don't think enough people take pride in their gardens.
No?
No.
You guys have a lot of gardens out in Australia?
Well, we have some beautiful gardens out in the suburbs, yeah.
Well, Victoria is the garden state.
It's the garden state that we live in.
Okay.
It is.
Is that near where, I don't know if you've heard this question a zillion times, is that near where Survivor was filmed? Where you guys are from in Australia?
No, that's the Outback, right? I haven't even watched that show, but that's
yeah.
like Alice Springs kind of
Like
Ayers Rock.
kangaroos hopping around on the road? Is that,
Yeah.
Is that how it
Not
is?
where we live.
Okay,
Not
no.
where we live,
It's
no.
just a normal city with nice gardens.
Yeah.
Is that it?
You can go to the zoo and see a kangaroo.
Yeah, that's true. We got one out here. All right, you guys listen to LoveLine, and the living end is here, and we'll talk to Steven.
Yes.
What's up? You're 25.
Yes. My wife and I have been married for 2 years now, and at first we were having sex with condoms, and just recently she switched over to birth control pills, and now when we have sex without condoms, she complains about 12 to 24 hours or so after we have sex that she kind of feels a little sore, kind of uncomfortable down in that area, and she's wondering if perhaps she could have an allergic reaction to my semen.
There is such a thing, but why not maybe there being an infection?
Well, this is something that's been going on for a couple months or so, and
still she should get checked.
Just kind of whenever if we don't have sex, if we have sex with condoms, it doesn't bother her, but if we have sex without condoms,
but that's the point. Maybe it's not an allergic reaction. Maybe she has some sort of vaginitis that's been there all along, and whenever something else gets in there, it causes some irritation.
Okay.
So she hasn't had a pelvic exam this year?
She hasn't had one since '86.
Yeah, it's time to go get it checked out.
Not recently.
All right, well, she's got to get checked out.
Okay.
All right, maybe there is such a thing as allergy, and it's kind of rare, but it happens.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, I hope she can take the semen at some point.
Look, don't we all hope that?
Put well. It's very poetic there, Stryker.
Jay, I'm not in here for nothing, Drew. You bastard.
Not just a pretty face.
Exactly.
Right.
Jay,
Yeah,
what's up? You're 14 on LoveLine.
Yeah, I love you guys. I love living in. You know, I was at the Palace in the 11th.
Oh, okay, cool.
Watch you guys. It was great.
Thank
Except
you.
you didn't play like my favorites, like read about it and
Pictures in the mirror?
No, you played that. I just like read about it. That was like my favorite. So
And we didn't play it. Sorry.
that's terrible, you guys.
Well, maybe we're gonna come to your house and play it tomorrow.
I know.
That'd be the best.
Yeah. So you have a question for the guys?
Yeah, just what influences you guys when you write your music? You know, like. What do you
Well,
think,
I mean, musically, probably kind of anything over the last 50 years, really. We draw a lot of influences from like jazz and blues and country, obviously like punk and rockabilly and stuff. And I don't know, I guess lyrically, just kind of everyday sort of situations and stuff like that. You know, we try and write stuff that's kind of honest and stuff that's real rather than kind of making it up. So
You guys are from Australia. The Ramones were from New York. Did they have much influence on you out there? Because Joy.
No.
No.
Well, I like the Ramones a lot, you know,
Yeah.
but personally, I was never a huge fan. You know, I never kind of.
Mhm.
I was too busy listening to kind of the '50s stuff. You know, that was
Really?
kind of my punk rock. You know, but
Right.
I really admire the Ramones. I think they're an extremely important band.
And you guys out there that don't know of the Living End, they're a three-piece band. And Scott, you play a stand-up bass.
That's right.
How did that? Why'd you decide to go that route instead of, I guess, just the six-stringer?
The one he played.
Or
I guess it just comes from the 50s thing, you know, like being into 50s rock and roll and rockabilly and that kind of thing. All those, you know, Bill Haley and the Comets and Elvis and Buddy Holly and Gene Vincent and Eddie Cochran, all those guys had stand-up bass players, and that was the kind of music I was into when I started playing. So it was just, if you're going to play in a rockabilly band, you got to play a stand-up bass.
there you go. And you bounce on that thing, you pounce on it, you jump on it. It's really cool.
It's more fun than your regular
He's
bass.
quite a contortionist himself.
Is your bass allergic to your semen?
We're not that close.
Okay, good. Hey, Eek.
Oh, what's up?
What's up? You're on with the Living End.
Oh my God, you guys rule. I got a question
Thanks,
for the
Eek.
bass player, but I got a question for Stryker first.
Yeah?
Yeah, are you a DJ at an LA rock station?
Yeah.
Do you guys like play like heavy stuff there and punk?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, 'cause I'm here in San Francisco and at Live 105, they don't play any heavy stuff here. They just play like weak rock.
Well, you better call
You guys-
Aaron up and tell him.
You guys
Yeah,
have
I
the.
tried telling him, but he said like the musical director, we only want to play like Everclear and some other
But you-
Ah, man, that's dog
I
ass.
like Everclear, but listen, you guys.
You're 50 years
I
old,
was gonna say
Drew.
that probably says it all right there. But listen, they have a thing. Was it Sunday night with the college students put on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's sort of
like 2 hours, and then when you try to request link some heavy stuff, they don't want to play. They're like,
that's mostly
no,
sort of
they don't even
techno.
want to play White Zombie.
Oh man, well Eek, if I was there I'd help you, but unfortunately I'm here and maybe they just heard you, but if you want to talk to the living end, man, take it away.
Oh, the bass player, you're amazing.
Whoa, thank you.
How could you play a big bass and rock out at the same time? Because I play just a regular bass, and when I saw you live, I got to learn how to play that. How do you do it?
It is a very physically demanding instrument to play. It is a matter of having bruised fingers all the time and blistered fingers all the time. But I don't know. There's something. I don't know. There's adrenaline. There's adrenaline pumping when you're playing on stage. You really do feel quite invincible. So you feel like you can manage pretty much anything, whether it's swinging a massive piece of wood above 6 foot tall piece of wood above your head, or standing on top of it. I don't know, something takes over and those things become possible.
Very cool.
How long did it take you to master the big bass?
I think it takes a lifetime to master most musical instruments, so I don't feel fit to answer that question, but thanks for asking.
Oh, how old? One last.
Go ahead, Eek, hurry.
How long have you been playing the big bass?
Been playing it, well, I started playing that. I've never really played a standard electric bass, and I've been playing for about 8 years now.
Very cool. All right, we got to take a quick break. Eek, thanks for calling from San Francisco. Tell Aaron hello and to work on his three-point shooting. I'm Stryker in for Adam Carolla with Dr. Drew. Living End is hanging out, and I guess we'll probably hear a little song probably roll on right after this on LoveLine.
You know what I'm saying out there? Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on LoveLine.
Hey, we're back. It's LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Anderson's looking at me like a deer in headlights. I'm Stryker for Adam Carolla along with Dr. Drew. 2/3 of the living ender here. We got Scott, the big-ass bass player, who will never master it.
I play the big-ass bass, thank you.
That's right, and I'll call it that all night long.
I have a normal-sized chair beneath me.
Yeah, the point is he's not the big-ass player.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
He plays the big-ass bass.
And Chris is here also, and we'll probably play a song, but first, Isaac, who's 14, wants to talk to you about your band.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
Hi there.
Isaac, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I saw you guys at the Fillmore last night.
Oh, okay.
In San Francisco?
Yep,
Cool.
good times.
You got a question or just a statement?
Yes, I do have a question.
Okay.
I have a bunch of questions, actually. But, all right, first question for the living end. Are you guys playing with Green Day anytime soon? I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, we are. We're going to do the national tour. It starts mid-June and finishes at the end of July.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
Both my favorite bands. Great.
Awesome.
Yes, so also, if later on this show, could you play Uncle Harry for the, like, on the music?
Well, I'm going to play the drums. Chris is going to play guitar and sing, and the big-ass bass will be with Scott. So, yeah, I think we'll do that.
Play Uncle Harry for me?
Yeah.
Well, is Uncle Harry something radio appropriate?
No, I'm just messing around, Drew.
I know.
Sorry.
Well,
All right,
look
but
at this guy.
let's hear the title track from the new CD, which is out. And I hope there's people out there going, man, these guys are getting so many calls. My station's never even, didn't play Prisoner Society. I don't know about this band. So check it out. This is Roll On from the Living End. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll roll on with our heads held high. I got you to the gutter.
Protest in peace, keep the whole thing quiet. The last thing needed is a wage-fueled riot. Cause they don't really care, they're always standing there. Running from the outside, running from the outside, tomorrow, meet your new replacement son. Roll on, roll on, roll on. We'll roll on with our heads held high. Our conscience in the gutter, our dreams up in the sky. We'll roll on with our heads held high. Our conscience in the gutter, our dreams up in the sky.
There is punk rock on LoveLine for you guys. The Living End, that's
I like
Roll
that,
On.
of course.
Yeah. The first
Right.
song off the new CD, Roll On. You guys should go check it out. That's The Living End. Now, is that, I hear that song and I immediately think of the movie Gung Ho. You guys ever see that with Michael Keaton? It's about these guys that work in a car factory and then they bring in like Japanese things, and then these other guys want to quit their job, and then when they want to go back, these guys are doing their job better. Is that
Thanks for sharing, Stryker.
Gung Ho's one of the best movies of all time.
Evidently.
George Wendt
I'm
blocks
riveted.
this lady from eating Twinkies, and it's very
yeah,
funny.
Really,
I've
yeah.
never seen it. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, you should go look. But
Yeah,
is
I've never
that
heard
is
of
that song a true story?
It is.
Like about a
Yeah.
strike,
Yeah.
and people want to leave, and then they get back to work, and you're meeting your new
Well,
replacement. and you're-
basically, yeah, there was a big strike, and they kind of said, well, fine, if you're not going to work, we're going to bring in other people. It's like, get back to work, or you'll
Okay.
make a new replacement. That's where that came from. So it's kind of keep your chin up. sort of
Definitely.
tune.
And what's cool about your punk music is it's not just about girls and beer, but about serious things, strikes and work and
Yeah, like I
yada,
said
right?
before, it's kind of everyday stuff. you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Cool. All right, hey Wayne,
Yeah,
what's up? You're 26 on LoveLine.
yeah, I am. Hey, Dr. Drew, you rock.
Thank you, Wayne. What's going on there?
I'm no good, Wayne. We're gonna put you on hold a minute.
No,
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Hey, I got a problem. I am mentally addicted to hot sauce. This is no joke whatsoever. Any kind of peppers or anything, hot sauce, I love it, and I'm afraid that it's gonna start hurting my body.
No.
Ulcers and stuff
No,
like that.
it tends not to. I mean, you can get a little reflux from it. Do you have heartburn, that kind of thing?
No, actually I don't. But I was also wondering, I was like reading in a magazine where, they say hot sauce is actually good for you and everything.
There is some theory about that, and there is also theories that it releases endorphin. Just
Wow.
like- yeah, and so that you there could be a truly sort of an addictive process, not per se, but sort of a facsimile of that. If indeed
Well-
you have that gene, do you have addiction, alcoholism in your family?
No,
All right.
not that not that I know of.
Do you have a Taco Bell in Kentucky, Wayne?
Oh, I have plenty of them.
So do you just load up on the hot sauce on your tacos?
It's not that. It's like I go to the grocery store and I buy like a gallon of hot sauce, twice a week, and I go through it, any kind of peppers, and I grow my own peppers and make my own hot sauces, and I'm like obsessed about it.
There's nothing wrong with having a bit of spice in your life.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Wayne's
yeah.
getting into full scale, like sort of
Yeah,
conflagration.
Yeah.
It's like that, when you're an alcoholic, you build up this tolerance, and I've built up this tolerance to all these peppers and hot sauces, and like a jalapeno would be nothing to me.
And so you
but it
can't
burns
taste
somebody's mouth.
and you can't taste things unless they're very highly spiced.
Exactly.
I would bet that if you took a couple weeks off,
Yeah.
your taste would return.
I was gonna say that.
I don't know of any syndrome where you can actually destroy taste with that.
It's like masturbating too much. You do it. All of a sudden, you get with the woman, and you can't do anything. But you lay off for masturbating a week. You get with the woman. Oh, you're in good.
Something you want to share, Stryker?
No, I'm not going to share it. Not right now.
If I go a while and I don't have any, I start to crave it. I salivate, and I just gotta have it.
Yeah.
You salivate.
Yeah, this is an addictive kind of thing, but it's not truly an addiction. That there's not progression, there's not consequence, there's no genetic history, so it's just a very high.
Should he be careful that it could be doing something on the inside if he goes? He's only 26.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're aware
I don't know of anything they can really, truly do.
I'm no doctor.
Donna Summer fan.
It's not going to hurt me whatsoever.
I can't say not whatsoever because I've never dealt with someone who would expose themselves to this much.
Hot summer?
The hot issue is a chemical called capsaicin. There's where's where the sense of hot comes from. And that's thought to be sort of an okay chemical for you.
Wayne, I'm no doctor. I'd be careful, though, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Too much of anything it tends to be not so good.
I agree.
Where are those chocolate raisins?
What did you mean by Donna Summer? What song was it by Donna
Isn't
Summer?
that a Donna Summer song? Hot
Looking
Stuff
for some
Baby
hot
this
stuff,
evening or
baby.
something. Yeah.
How does that go? How does it go?
Come on, get Anderson.
Anderson, anyone know? How does it go? Hot stuff, baby, tonight.
That's it.
Yeah, I know
That's
that
it.
song.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Donna Summer, Tony Orlando fan. Steve. Steve.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man? You're 37 on LoveLine.
Yeah, I have a couple questions. Actually, first for the band.
Go.
Fire away.
Hey, how are you?
How's it going? I was wondering if you heard Plonker. They're from Darwin.
Plonker.
Yeah.
Where's Darwin?
Darwin's in the Northern Territory. It's about 400 kilometers north of Ayers Rock.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of them, but I'll tell you what.
Why'd you say
by
so?
Christ, I'm going to remember that name. That's a great name, especially for an Australian
Does
band.
that mean something in Australian?
Well, plonk as in like drink. I mean, that's kind of the Australian thing.
It's like calling you a drunkard.
I guess if you're a plonker, you're a drinker.
But it sounds like a fat woman actually. Look at that plunker over there.
Actually, they're really
ugly
good.
car.
A friend of mine is up there with them right now.
Cool.
Visiting.
All right.
Okay.
What else,
Cool.
Steve?
And my actual question is, I went to get a tattoo recently, and I have a lot of tattoos. And I have hepatitis C. I was diagnosed back in the early 90s.
Yeah. You ever been treated? You've been treated for it?
No, I have never been treated for it.
Why not?
I didn't know there was any kind of treatment
Yeah.
for it.
Listen, if you have chronic C, you're going to get cirrhosis in all likelihood.
What is? Oh, Drew, help me out. I'm not even sure I know what hepatitis is to
well,
begin
it's a
with.
liver infection.
Liver infection.
And
okay.
there's 3 big types, A, B, and C.
Okay.
And C is the one that has the highest likelihood to become chronic, and as chronic, when it becomes chronic, the very high likelihood of causing cirrhosis.
Got it.
Especially if you drink. So you're going to get cirrhosis if you don't get it treated. And there's interferon plus ribavirin. Take it for about 3 to 6 months, depending on what the plan is, and has a very a good likelihood of curing it.
Yeah, my big thing was that when I went to get the tattoos, a new tattoo, they were like treating it like I had AIDS.
So let me get it straight. You really don't want to talk about curing this potentially fatal problem. You're interested in getting your tattoo.
No, I'm interested in both. I got the tattoos.
Okay. Well, if you hadn't gotten the tattoos, that's what we'd be talking about. But HIV virus and the hepatitis C virus are very close cousins, and they operate in a similar way. And it is a highly infectious disease. It is a very devastating disease. It is sort of the new AIDS. And people need to be extremely cautious about it. It's transmitted sexually. It's transmitted through IV drug use.
Can you get a shot to prevent?
And there's
getting
no
that?
vaccine yet.
There's
for
no
it.
vaccine.
No.
Okay.
So, Steve, you got to get this treated.
Do you have a question, like anything
Well, actually,
specific?
I mean, my thing is that I did HIV. I mean, I did intravenous drugs for about 15, 20 years, and I stopped. And my thing is that I didn't realize that hepatitis C was so virulent or deadly until I went, and they were comparing it to HIV.
Right. So here we go.
Well, why don't you go to a doctor and just sack up and get this thing taken care of?
First of all, find out how active it is, whether or not you're at risk for cirrhosis, whether indeed you have chronic C, which you probably do.
I mean, that was my question, and also my warning for everybody out there was there's a lot of people out there that only think that HIV is.
Steve, I've been talking about hepatitis C for 10 years on this show, and I've been telling them all along this is the next story you're going to hear.
Well, Steve was shooting up for 25 years. He wasn't listening.
He wasn't listening. This is the next story you're going to hear after HIV. It's a big one.
Right. Well, when you're shooting up, you don't listen to anybody.
That's right.
I just said that, Steve. Well, be careful out there. Get to a doctor. Find out how serious your hepatitis is, and
get it treated.
Hopefully they can start some treatment on you, okay?
Well, yeah, that's exactly. I mean, that's what I was hoping to hear, is that there is something out there that is treatable. That
It is treatable. Has about, depending on what you read, almost a 50% chance of complete recovery.
Really?
If you,
That's not that bad, actually.
No, it's pretty good.
Do you see a lot of your patients in drug counseling that
yeah.
got that because they shared needles and everything?
Oh yeah,
Really?
all the time.
Yikes.
Problem is, you got to stay sober for about 6 months before anybody's willing to treat you.
Okay. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. The Living End, they're hanging out here talking about something here with Lynn. You're 27. What's up?
Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hi, Lynn.
Thanks for taking my call.
I'm the one that took it. I pressed the button.
Oh, you rock.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You
Lynn.
rock whoever you are.
Yeah, I know the screener was good enough to let me in. So anyway, I was married a while ago for 4 years, and I'm in a relationship now that I've been in for 2 years. And I really love the guy I'm with, and he loves me, and we have a fantastic relationship. But because the marriage that I was in was it was such a dark time in my life.
What does that mean?
Well, I didn't want to get married.
Why'd you get married?
I got married because if I didn't marry this guy, I would have been homeless.
Your parents would kick you out?
Oh, I wasn't even living with my parents.
So why were you with this guy?
Well, I dated him. It's a totally dysfunctional thing. I mean, from the very beginning, the very beginning of the relationship that I was in, before I got married and when I was married, it was just completely dysfunctional.
Yeah, but Lynn, the question I'm asking is, why would you have been homeless? There are lots of 18-year-olds in dysfunctional relationships that aren't homeless.
Right, because I didn't have any place to live. At the time, I was living with him.
You're not even sort of getting the question. Where the hell were your parents?
Oh, well, my parents, my mom was living with 2 boyfriends at the time, and my dad was in a different state.
And they wouldn't have you?
No.
They'll
Why?
take the 2 boyfriends in, but well, let's leave the
Why?
daughter out in the cold.
Why?
I'm sorry, Dr. Drew, what did you say?
Why wouldn't they have anything to do with you?
Well, it was not so much that. It was that I didn't really want anything to do with my mom anymore because I just grew up and my childhood was a complete nightmare. And at the time, she was living with 2 boyfriends. She had.
What about your dad? Why not find him and live with him?
My dad was, sort of like out of state and very sick.
Sick with what?
Asbestosis.
And he wouldn't. Well, asbestosis does not make you chronically ill.
Isn't that in ceilings or something?
It's in all kinds of things. But smokers with asbestosis get cancer, and they can get emphysema because of the smoking.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make a 50-year-old incapable of taking in his daughter.
Right. I didn't.
So then what I'm getting through is it's just massive denial here. I mean, you will not answer one of my questions straight.
Okay. I'll try to.
Well, why didn't you go live with your dad?
Because I didn't want to.
Okay. So you wouldn't have been homeless. You just were choosing to get rid of your parents, get out of the hell they were putting you through.
Right.
And you jumped from one hellacious environment to another.
That's correct.
Yeah. And how did you get out of that cycle?
How did I get out of the marriage?
Yeah.
I got a divorce.
But you were so entrenched in that cycle of being a victim and being around chaos. How did you get out of that?
Well, I went through a period of time where I was just so depressed, and I thought, well, I got to get into therapy. So I was in
All right, so you got treatment. You got treatment.
About 4, I don't know, 3.
All right, you got treatment.
So, yeah.
I understand you can't BS me. You can't BS me that you just magically left in a divorce.
Drew can smell
something. You can't BS me your dad had
cooking on it.
asbestosis, and that's why you couldn't live with him because he had asbestos in his pleura.
Right.
No way. So you got treatment. You had some insights. You grew out of that relationship, and you were able now to have a good relationship.
How's
right?
this guy you're with now for 2 years so far?
He's the best.
How come he's not interested in your past?
He is, but I've sort of avoided. He's never asked me.
But you've been married for you've been with this guy 2 years, and then you were married for what, 4? You said before that.
Yeah.
I would bet he's got a pretty hairy past too.
No, he doesn't.
I would bet he does.
He doesn't.
I bet he does.
He's not. I know he does because if he didn't, he'd be asking you because then
right.
he's got nothing to get off his chest.
Exactly right.
Like we talk about like, oh, and I used to live here and I used to live there, and he knows pretty much what my past.
Yeah, but he's got something going on he doesn't want to talk about, and that's why he doesn't want to get too deep with you because he doesn't want to get too deep with himself.
No.
And, Lynn, Lynn, mark my words. This is more of your.
No, because I know him. I know his family very well. I mean, we live together. I mean, I live with him. I live with him and his brother. And
now that's weird, right there.
How old is he?
How old is he?
Yeah,
14.
He's 5 years younger than me.
He's 22. Yeah. And you guys started dating when he was 20. Did you go to college?
Did I go to
Did
college?
he go to college?
Yeah, he went to college.
And he met you while he was in college?
Yeah, I mean, he was already out of college, but he did
funny.
go to college.
All right, we don't have time to dig any further, Lynn, but we have to go to break. But there's something's missing. Something's just missing in the story. Either he was over idealizing you, and that's why he doesn't want to crack that idealization with some reality of your past, or he has some stuff he doesn't want to get into. In either case, it's kind of up to him, really, to ask you about it.
I agree.
I would just leave it to, but I wouldn't be dishonest, and at this point, I would say more mystery, less history.
And if you do tell him, maybe you can start digging into this guy's past, even though he was only 20 when you started going out with them. All right, the Living End is here, and you can speak to them at 1-800-LOVE-191. Ace Rockhold was gone. I'm Stryker with Dr. Drew. More LoveLine after this.
Oh yeah, everybody now.
LoveLine will be right back.
Let's go! It was 10 LoveLine. You know what I was almost said? Oh my God, that was weird.
That was good.
I almost said something
Call
else
letters,
there. Wow, weird. All right, I'm Stryker for Adam Carolla, along with Dr. Drew. The Living End is here, 2/3 of them. Actually, it's just 1/3 in the studio.
Yeah.
Because
we're dropping
they're...
like flies.
All right, come on in. Scott is here. Can I say, Drew, what's going on? No, okay. They're drinking sodas, and those look damn good. They're going to be touring with Green Day, and I was just looking at the schedule here, and I may be wrong, and if I'm wrong, people in the other room shine a light at me, but I am pissed. It doesn't look like you're going to be in L.A. with Green Day.
Let's look into the other room.
Any lights? Any lights? All right. But they are going to be going to kick it off in Minneapolis on the 17th of June. Where else? Going to be in Chicago in June. St. Louis. Looks like going to be in D.C. then, right in June also. New York, Cleveland, Pontiac, Pittsburgh. Hitting all over the place with Green Day. That should be fun.
That's a national tour.
Billy Joe,
It's gonna be
Trey.
great.
Those guys are nuts.
We can't wait. We toured with them in Australia quite a few years ago, and we saw them last year in Australia for the first time since then. So it'd be great just to tour with them again.
Very
They're
cool.
An amazing band.
Yeah, they're really good. Hey, Carrie.
Yeah.
Hi, you're 16 on with the Living End.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you guys a couple questions. First question was I was wondering if you guys were going to come to L.A. with Green Day, because I think you guys are both really awesome.
Yeah, well, I believe we are.
How about we have a show at my
You've planted
apartment?
a seed of doubt in my mind now, but as far as I knew, we were.
You guys should really come out here. But my second question was, in the song Bloody Mary, I was wondering if you guys, had any connections to that girl or if she was just a fictional character.
No, it's a true story. It's a true
Really?
story. Yeah, it's about a girl who used to go to kind of supermarkets, and you know how they do have, at some supermarkets they have like public toilets. Anyway, she would lock herself in there and then call for help and start slitting her wrists and stuff, and the cops would kind of turn up, on a regular basis, and they already knew who she was. She was kind of a known felon, and I just thought would be a good sort of subject for a song. And I thought, and her name wasn't Mary, it was like Jennifer or something, but I thought, well, Bloody Mary, that sounds kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Carrie.
Double meanings.
I think it's really cool that you guys, use political issues in your songs and everything.
Thank you.
Very
You
smart,
guys are a
Carrie.
really cool band, and I'm really happy that you guys are out now.
Thank you very much.
Are you guys single? Me and all my friends have always been wondering if you have girlfriends, because we saw you a long time ago, before we really knew who you were, and we thought we saw girls at the concert that were with you.
Carrie, these are guys in a band.
We do have girls at the concert, but no, none of us are single. Girls
Carrie.
do come to our concert. They still come to our concert, even though we're not single.
That's cool.
That's a bit of a breakthrough, isn't it?
What are you doing July 21st, Carrie?
Nothing yet.
Really? Well, Green Day and the Living End will be in L.A. on that date.
Where?
Drew, can you just pipe down? Jesus Christ.
God.
They'll tell you.
Bren Center at UC Irvine.
Okay, I'll
Can you
be there.
Can you drive down from Simi Valley?
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe you and I will drive down together to see him, all right?
All right.
July 21st.
Cool.
All right, Carrie, thanks for calling.
See ya.
All right, let's talk to Nate Dogg. You're 22 on LoveLine.
Hey, what's up, Living End?
How you doing, Nate Dogg?
Pretty good.
Nate Dogg?
No, it's just Nate.
Nate Dogg?
Nate.
Actually, they call me Nate Ball.
Right.
Anyway.
Nate Ball.
Nate Ball, whatever.
Right.
I just had a
Whatever.
question. Are you guys still going to be on the Warp Tour this year? Because I looked on the website and it says you guys are on it.
We are. We're only doing 3 or 4 shows, though.
Where are they at?
They're in. Oh, where does it start? There's a break in the middle of the Green Day tour for about a week, and it's in the Midwest somewhere.
Yeah, they're going to be in Kansas City on the Warped Tour July 10th. Then they'll be in St. Louis on the 11th of July for the Warped Tour, and then the 12th they'll be in Indianapolis at Deer Creek Music Center.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say, you guys are awesome. I love the new album.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's great. And could you guys do something for me real quick, just for a fan?
We can try.
Could you just go, Uncle Harry? Whoa!
All right, ready?
Only if these guys help.
You ready? Are you going to do it too?
You heard what he
said. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Uncle
Harry in the bar. Whoa!
Thank you.
You must be happy now.
You're the man, Nate. That was awesome.
You cracked a smile in the studio.
Another true story about Trav's Uncle Harry.
Yeah, really?
Had Alzheimer's, not asbestosis, and couldn't help it. I thought it was the toilet.
Nice.
I heard a story from
Corolla does that, and he's not even have Alzheimer's.
And he can shoot water out of this.
We got to talk more about that.
And I can do a strawberry shortcake. All right, it's LoveLine, and we got to take a quick break. More with the Living End after this.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
I cannot take this anymore. All right, you guys are listening to LoveLine. We are back along with Dr. Drew. I'm Ted Stryker, hanging out with the Living End. So Travis is in Canada right now. When you first got here, you said he was in Canada. I thought you were kidding.
No, we're serious. No, but we were serious when we said we didn't know whether he was going to be in Canada, like whether they'll let him in or not.
Right.
If I was them, I wouldn't let him in. No way, no.
Was he a boxer at some point? Fighting? He likes to box, doesn't he?
He's got an unhealthy obsession with it. He's never been a boxer.
No.
But he loves it. He's got a dog that's a boxer.
Okay. Got it.
Well, therefore, he boxes.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. All right, you guys ready to take more questions?
I think so.
All right, let's do it. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up? You're 20 on LoveLine.
Yeah, I had a question about a girl that won't quit calling me. The whole thing was I had sex with her on last New Year's.
Nice.
And then after that...
Drew, I praised the man for that.
So what's the problem here?
Well, I actually had sex with her 2 days before New Year's. Then on New Year's, she brought me a letter and chocolates that basically said that she was in love with me. So I told her she meant nothing to me, and I just wanted to see what she's like in bed.
You beast.
How'd she take that?
And she got really pissed off that night. She didn't even stay for the ball dropping or anything like that.
You are an asshole. She what?
And then after that, she started calling me every day, like 3-4 times a day, sometimes even 5 times. But and she won't quit calling, and she's still calling till this day.
She's getting the best of you and trying to screw with you, or you were so goddamn good in the sack.
Oh, please.
What?
Look, Ryan, why don't you change your phone number? Why don't you block the calls? Or why do you even talk to her?
I tried that once.
Is she hot, man?
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Well, why don't you give in a little something late at night?
Well, she left for Oregon like 2 weeks after New Year's.
Yeah.
And when she came back, I had sex with her again.
That's wrong. You're mad. You're really. You are. Well, no. I don't know if mad is the right word.
He's a
but
dick.
Cruel.
He's a dick.
That is
yeah.
a cruel thing to
Yeah,
do. I don't know if you can understand that with my Aussie accent, but you are that's a cruel thing to do because
you.
your intentions were different to hers.
He is a world-class dick.
Well,
he's 20 years old, you guys. Give him a break.
That's what I reckon. Come on, give the guy a break.
20.
But
what should you do? Change your number.
It's one thing to.
I already tried that though.
It's one thing to sort of have made a mistake in one night stand, and to try to sort of weasel your way out of it, but to know that this has harmed this person and then go back to the well for more, that's pretty despicable.
Women are not there to be used for that reason.
You are a wussy.
Sex can be a one night stand, but it can be sacred too.
Yeah.
Bloody Nora, it's getting a bit serious in here.
What are you in the Backstreet Boys or the Living End, Scott? Come on, you mate. Grab a Foster's.
Ryan, you've harmed this person, and I think you ought to figure out a way to sort of cut ties, but do it in a way that.
Well, I was kind of wondering how to get her to quit calling me because she calls
Stop being an ass. to
Go
her.
away.
Have you tried just like saying to her, kind of one-on-one, like, I'm really not interested. Thank you.
Me? Yeah, I've done that.
I'm sorry I led you on.
Have I led her
I'm
on?
sorry I led you on, but I know I did the wrong thing. Have you tried
Very
saying
often,
that?
when a woman sleeps with a man, there is a whole chemical pathway activated that creates a very intense bond. You would call that a love feeling.
Well, girls bond mentally. The guys like it physically, right?
Guys can take it or leave it. They have a physical experience. Sometimes it becomes a real connection for them. Sometimes it doesn't. But for women, the biology is very intense, and it's more likely to be triggered. Even when they're somebody they really shouldn't be with, like Ryan.
Ryan, you do kind of sound like a jerk, but change your number, and I don't know how she keeps getting it, and just deal with it, man, because you're the one that started this whole thing, so.
All right.
I wish you luck.
Good luck.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
All
right, let's speak to David here, who's been on there for a while. David, you're 16 on LoveLine with the Living End.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Davo.
Hey, I just want to say that the Australian accent is the best. You guys are great.
The music kind of sucks, but I like the accent.
Thank you. Yeah, we didn't have much to do with the accent, actually. It's just kind of natural.
Yeah. You
So
could
what's
probably get a billion chicks out there.
And you get a billion chicks?
Do we get a billion?
Because of the accent.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to ask you, Dr. Drew, some questions for a high school report I'm doing, actually, on the orgasm. I was just wondering, females can have multiple orgasms. I was just wondering if male can, too.
Boring.
Yeah, what kind of class are you taking at 16?
It's my English class. It's an iSearch report. I go to La Salle High.
Yeah, well, hang on.
Dorn.
Relax. I didn't ask for the whole.
Can a man have multiple orgasms?
No, they really can't.
I know this man
The people out there that claim they can, and we had this guy up here that claimed the guy could have a zillion orgasms, an hour-long orgasm.
Oh, that's
It's BS. It really is BS. It's a
Really?
spinal reflex, and in men there's a very long refractory phase where there can be no further activity. So if you actually achieve the activation of that spinal reflex that results in ejaculation, which is the orgasm, people want to split hairs about what is the orgasm. Is it the slight contractions before the ejaculation?
No.
No,
It's
isn't.
the fluids leaving the building.
It's the fluid leaving the building. It is that whole process. It's a spinal mechanism, and there's refractoriness immediately following. And as you get older, that refractory phase gets longer.
Okay, and I know male have ejaculation. Do female also?
Yeah, they can. Some do.
Some flood. It's like the floodgates have opened. There's water everywhere. Damn. All right, David?
Yeah, thanks.
Good luck with your report, man.
You guys are awesome.
I do.
I won't take that credit, but the Living End and Drew are. Let's go to Amanda. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number, by the way, you guys. What's up, Amanda? You are 12.
Yeah, hi. First of
Hey.
all, I just want to say that I love the Living End. You guys rock.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Why does it sound like you? Hey, man, why does it sound like you're driving a car?
Actually, I'm going to see you at the Warped Tour this year.
Cool. Okay, cool. In the Midwest?
No, somebody told me that you guys were playing the Los Angeles Coliseum.
Ooh, that would be nice.
With 311 and Pennywise and all them. I don't think I saw them on that list, but you'll have a good time at that show anyways. But you can go see them July 21st with Green Day.
Okay.
Down in Irvine,
Amanda,
okay?
are you standing out in the Redondo Pier or something? Seriously, are you driving a car?
No, I'm on my mom's cell phone. She left it to me. She went to the store.
I see, okay.
All right.
Thanks, Amanda. Drive safe.
Ask away, Amanda.
Okay, I have a question for Drew. My best friend, Anne, she's also 12. I've known her since 3rd grade, and we're friends with this boy, Alex, and I've liked him for a while, and I've wanted to ask him out for a while because I wanted to know if he liked me, and I'm afraid that if I do, it'll ruin my friendship with Anne, and I just don't know how to go about it.
She's into him too?
Huh?
Did you say that she's into him also?
Yeah.
And you like the guy. How long has she been into him?
She's been into him for about 3 years.
Is she into him just because you've been talking so much about him, or is she...
No, she liked him before I did.
Wow, have you talked to her about this?
No, I'm afraid to. And I just recently started liking him, and I just don't know what to do because I don't want to ruin my friendship with her.
So she's been liking him for a long time, and you just recently started liking him, huh?
Yeah.
Did you start liking him because you heard he had the hour-long orgasm?
No.
Is he kind of into you?
I think he is.
And so that's why you try to figure out how to manage this situation.
Yeah.
What if
I don't want to hurt him.
No, come on, this is cute. You guys, this is cute. Come on,
It's
aren't
not
you sick of abuse and all the crap we have to deal with? Come on.
You sound so sweet, Amanda. I know you wanted to ask Dr. Drew the question, but can I answer it for you,
Go
or at
ahead.
least try?
Oh, please, go ahead.
Because I'm closer to 12. I'm like 16, so you like this guy. You don't want to hurt your girlfriend's feelings, which means you seem like a really good person.
Thank you.
Now, before you destroy the thing with your girlfriend, why don't you just say in a nonchalant sort of way, Drew, you can yell at me if I'm wrong, hey, I really like, what's his name, Alex or something?
Alex, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like Alex. Would it be okay if we go, to Magic Mountain next week or something? And then if she goes crazy, then you're going to have to live with it. If she says,
but
cool, you're in.
Amanda's going to have a nice friend like Amanda. They're going to be saying, and she's going to go, oh, yeah, Graham, I'm happy for you. And inside going, oh. Just die on the inside.
That's right. That's
So
right.
Amanda, you got to make some decisions here. You realize this is not a horrible situation. These are tough choices, and whichever choice you make, there's going to be a price of one sort or another. One is to sort of preserve the stability of your relationship with your girlfriend.
Yeah, because we've both known Alex since.
Hang on, and then give up this potential relationship with a guy. Or you're going to begin exploring this relationship with a guy and destabilize this relationship with your friend. But I will tell you what, the friendships tend to survive things like this. If the guy is into you and not her, that's not your fault. You like the guy. You're going on with the relationship. If she really cares about you as a friend, she'll get over it.
Got it. Sarah.
Hey,
You're 20 on LoveLine. Go ahead.
Hey, just wanted to say that I saw you guys at the San Diego, the Hollywood show, and the Santa Cruz show.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
I'm actually the girl that asked you to play Read About It.
You guys remember that? You do? You remember that?
Yeah, how you doing, all right?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Sorry we didn't play it once again. We tried it in soundcheck for you.
We played it in soundcheck, but I guess you weren't there, so that doesn't count.
No, we were there.
No, they were there. They were out the front.
Oh, cool.
So that was cool that you tried.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to know is, you have email links on the official website,
Yes.
and I was wondering if you guys actually read it and respond back.
Yes, I do. I don't think... Well, I to be perfectly honest, there were a couple of months there where I dropped my computer when I was getting out of the car and it broke. The screen didn't work, so I threw it in the bin, and it was only about 3 or 4 months ago that I got mine back. There's not really one that goes by that I don't respond to now.
Oh, cool, because I actually just sent one today.
Okay.
Well, let's see if you respond.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
He threw his
And
computer
also,
in the bean.
Is it
Bean.
the
Bean.
the
The
day that
trash.
you're playing with Green Day in LA? Isn't that Travis's birthday?
What date is that?
I think it might be.
July
because
21st.
That is
every
Travis's
time
birthday.
Trav has a
Wedding
birthday, we're
anniversary.
always overseas. And I think he said a few months back, oh, man, we're overseas for my birthday again. So you could be right.
Sarah, what's your favorite song on the new record?
Gosh. I guess I'd have to read about it.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Oh, thank you.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right, Living End is here. Roll On is the new CD, which is out. You should check it out if you like any sort of punk rock music or just music that makes you, want to get pretty crazy. James. James?
James is left the
Sleeping?
building.
You sleeping, James?
Hold on, listen. No, I
No,
don't think
not
he's there.
there.
All right,
Agreed.
let's go to...
I guess one. Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
Yes, sir.
What's up? You're 26 on Loveline.
I am. Dr. Drew, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I was married for just over 7 years. I have a 6-year-old son.
Oh, yeah.
Went through a divorce in 98. Things just, we got married really young. They didn't work out. But I'm curious to know, we lived together for a long time afterwards to try and make some sort of a functional household for proper upbringing for my son. Is he going to suffer greater long-term effects from, is it harder on him to split between my house on weekends and her house on weekends, or is it better off to try and make some sort of a household with him here, with both of us, or?
Well, certainly it's the more stability, the less sort of confusion, the better, but you don't want him living in a situation that sort of represents a lie either.
Yeah.
You don't want to pretend that things are okay if they really are, if you're really separate. You want to be able to learn the difference between a relationship that is working and one that isn't. So, the fact that you're just concerned about him, that you're really focused on his well-being, is really what's important here. You stay close by, spend lots of time with him, hopefully have a civil relationship with your wife. That's what counts.
Yeah, our divorce was actually final in '98. We've actually remained living together until really within the last 30, 45 days, just to try and, put the things that we want out of life aside to try and make a best life for him.
All right. Well,
But-
God bless you.
But I don't know, like I said, at the same time, I want him to understand the right values of growing up and the difference between truth and lie and functional relationships.
I agree with you.
You're on the ball, Steve.
I don't know there's any study
Definitely.
I can refer to that says one of these is better than the other. Just the fact that you really are prioritizing his needs is important.
Great.
A happy house is better to grow up in than an unhappy house.
Well, they're happy, though. They're just not really involved with each other. Not a family unit there, per se. They're just sort of two
sounds
people
cool.
living together. It's all right.
Sounds fun.
He's on the right track. Hey, Lisa.
Yeah.
Welcome to Loveline. You're 30.
Yes. I'm 30 years old. I will be married in 2 years here in June. Me and my husband split up at 10 months because he went out with a woman that was probably about 100 pounds more than me. I'm only 130.
So she was pushing 230, and he went out with her while you were separated at 10 months?
No, we got separated because I caught him at the bar with her, and he went and did his thing with her, and he was kind of like guilty at the whole time because he got caught.
He sounds like a delightful human being, and a very lovely husband at that.
Yeah, and we've been separated for 11 months, and next month we'll be married for 2 years, and, I'm living out of state. And
Hey, Lisa, what is with you that you would put up with this crap for a second?
He's a cheater.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, why...
How desperate do you have to be to even get near a guy like this?
Well,
Why are you
I
so
can find anything I want, I'm not...
Why are you so desperate? Why would you stay with a guy like this?
Well, we haven't. We've been separated for 11 months now.
Well, what's the problem? What's the question then?
Why are you still hanging
I
on
want to
to
know
this?
what the question is how come all these guys think that, if they got a woman that's, 120, 130 pounds, why do they have to have a woman that is bigger? I mean, like...
More
100
bounce
pounds
to the
bigger?
ounce, Lisa. You know that.
All these guys?
Yeah.
Who are all these guys?
Chris from the Living
Well,
End.
I mean, I've gone out with a couple other guys that have done this too, but I wasn't married to them or nothing,
How bizarre is that, though? What a coincidence that you happen to find these guys. These are not any friends that I've ever dealt with. Not that some women are, large women are fine, but most guys certainly wouldn't cheat on their girlfriend just because a heavy-set woman came around.
Yeah, I was just
But
wondering
why would you find those guys? Why do you find those
don't
guys?
know.
Drew wants to know what happened to you when you were younger, which makes you want to go with men that are not
Cheaters.
physically abusing you, but abusing you in a in a cheating sort of way.
Yeah.
When did your dad rape you?
Huh?
Oh, my.
No, my dad didn't rape me.
That's
No.
I love when the Living End
don't
gets shocked.
understand why guys
Oh, look,
do
it doesn't
that.
take much.
Why what?
I just don't understand why guys could do that,
'Cause they're assholes.
If they got a good-looking woman, small, why would they want to cheat on her after being married? We were only
Why do
married
guys
for a
want
month.
to? Why do guys want to cheat at all?
I think you
why
found
why do you pick these guys that cheat? Most guys don't do
Yeah,
that.
but you can't. Can you tell if a guy's going to cheat?
She can. She
know,
picks him
maybe I
every
smacked
time.
him, I don't know.
Yeah, well, let me ask this: did your dad cheat on your mom?
No.
Did
My dad was very, they were in love. He died when I was 14 years old. They were married for 16.
What happened?
He passed away.
No.
Let me take a note here. He died. That means he died.
Hold on one sec. Hold on. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So I've had a bad life. My parents were married for 16, and he died when I was 14.
What happened?
He passed away. So sorry. Well, hold on. Wrong one. Where are we going?
I just
Lisa.
Wait, what happened? Why did
She's still yapping.
Why did he die?
Yeah, no, go on.
Lisa,
go on.
why did he die? Why did he die?
How?
He was with my uncle, and he got in the car, and my grandma and grandpa died the same way. They just had a heart attack and died.
Was he a smoker?
No, never smoked. He had, a shot once in a while or a beer once in a while, but he wasn't a heavy drinker. He never smoked.
How old was he?
He was 50 when he passed away.
It doesn't make much sense, boy. Whew.
Yeah.
That's bad luck.
And my question is what is the infatuation with it,
Ask these guys. We can't answer that.
Well, that's why I was
I
calling
don't
to
know.
ask you guys to see if maybe you had a.
I guess people cheat because they're not comfortable in the completely 100% comfortable in the relationships they're in. They're looking for something else. I don't know. I don't think size or physical proportions of any description have got too much to do with it. I just think once you kind of find what you want, you don't think about cheating. If you're not happy with what you got, you're thinking about.
Well, some cheaters,
thinking about
some guys
something
just cheat. They're just cheaters.
Yeah.
And she
Wow.
picks cheaters.
So
Anything?
once a cheater, always a cheater.
Absolutely, cheaters cheat. Is there any common characteristics of these guys? Anything they had in common that you could pick out in terms of how they related to you?
They're all wankers.
They were all alcoholics.
They're all honkers.
Well, not all of them, but you know.
Okay, so they're alcoholics. So your dad was an alcoholic, and you sort of
No.
alluded to that.
No,
Not a
my dad
rage.
wasn't.
Not a. Well, I would never describe my dad as someone who loves to toss a few down.
He had a shot and a beer once in a while, she
that's
said.
that's a prominent feature in who he was to you. Now he wasn't a raging alcoholic, but he's an alcoholic, and you thereby picked alcoholics as who you see yourself with. You should expect problems if you're picking people who are in their disease like that.
Okay.
So what
Find somebody that like goes to church and prim and proper and don't drink at all, or.
That's more scary.
That's the flip side of the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just be realistic about who these guys are. If they're alcoholics, fine, they're alcoholics. But ask them to get in some recovery before you get in a heavy-duty relationship with them.
So every time I'm here, we find out that when women are with a man and the man is like maybe cheating or abusing, the girl seems to have problems with her father.
Always.
In the past, and
It's
he's screwing them up.
Uncanny.
And that's when Corolla starts screaming at, listen, you a-hole fathers out there.
Right, look at
Quit
what you-
screwing with your 7-year-old
That's-
daughter because they're going to end up, going out with the next convict out there.
It's true.
Right? All right, let's speak to Jason, 19 on LoveLine. Jason, hi.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you're on.
Okay. Hello.
Speak. Go.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi, what's up? This is Jason, and I go to school at UC Davis, and I just wanted to know that you guys rock.
Cool, man.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
You're very kind.
Yeah, my friends and I went to go see you guys at Slim's. That was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the names of all the venues you play in?
Yeah, Slim's in San Francisco. Yeah, we played there in March.
Yeah, we did. That was.
We did.
You just pulled
We all
that out
did.
of your
Yeah,
ass.
it was March.
March.
Yeah,
March.
it's kind of cool. You guys are really awesome. That show was great.
All right, anything else?
No, I just wanted. I didn't really have.
Oh, wow. Whatever you're on, give me some.
Huh?
Nothing.
Bye, Jason.
Bye.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. All right, on that note, I say we take a little break here.
Yeah.
All right, Living End, they're hanging out. They're from Australia. They play punk rock music. They're a nice band. Drew's to my left. I'm convinced he's gay.
How come you guys aren't wearing any clothes tonight?
Well, we knew you were coming, boys.
That was
All right.
Stryker's first hint to my sexual preference.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's those weird-ass pajamas you're wearing.
Ann gave me these. Ann gave me these.
Oh, sorry, Ann.
Right? You hear what he said?
Where's my pajamas?
Call these weird-ass
I'd wear 'em.
pajamas.
All right. God, Ann Wingold is so hot. LoveLine, more of it, is coming back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Billy from Green Day, and you're listening to LoveLine.
We're back. LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Living M, they're hanging out. They were so cool to fly in here, and then from here you're probably going, or you are going north of the border. You all right there?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. A little bit of wind, folks. It's a bit windy in here.
All those girls that did like you, now they're like, I don't know about
I'm
that.
only human.
Well, let's hear another song from your CD, which is called Roll On. And Anderson has given me the little finger here. All right, you ready, dude? You guys out there, this is called Dirty Man from the Living End now.
Dirty man thinks he can't get away with it. Not too bright, where's the light? The occupant of his mind. Clean and dirty thoughts should know better. At the time, you will find that things don't was born on Saturday, got buried on Sunday. Like I was born on Saturday, got buried on Sunday. Thought I'd never get caught, feel like I just got married and divorced in one day. And it's not my fault, and it's not my fault. Now I've thrown it all away, and I have nowhere to go.
Dirty Man. Dirty Man. That's The Living End right here on LoveLine. I'm excited. I'm filling in for Adam because Living End truly one of my favorite bands to be out in the last 3 or 4 years or so. Just really cool music. Roll On is the CD out. They're going to be on the Warped Tour. They're playing with Green Day at a city near you this summer. So find them. And it's not even time for you to leave. I was like acting like I was closing the whole shop down.
I know.
But we're not closing down.
Okay, cool.
We're just going to keep it flowing. Is that cool?
It's fantastic.
We are open for business.
That's right, man. All right. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
What's up? You're 18.
Hey, what's up? Hey, I got a question for the band. I was just wondering, how'd you guys get your start, and who are your influences?
Well, we kind of covered that earlier, but you can just go to it real quick again.
Yeah. How you doing, Steve? Well,
Hey,
how did we get our start? I don't know.
So the Ramones
All we
were an
did was
important
kind of
group.
play. We just played our bums off for like many, many years. Like
Yeah?
me and Scott kind of formed the band in like 1990, 1991, and it wasn't until kind of
Did you know it,
96.
you went to school together? How'd you know it?
Yeah, it was just at high school, you know, and it wasn't until 96 that we kind of got on the radio. So every weekend we'd just be playing little pubs all around Australia, and we just kept slogging away.
Well, that's cool. I'll probably see you guys on Warped Tour. Hey, can I ask Drew another question?
Yeah.
Hey, Drew, me and my buddies, we smoke a lot of pot.
Nice.
All right.
Good time.
I guess you could say we're total potheads.
Nice.
But we were just wondering, what are the side effects of, like, you know, smoking a lot of pot and being, like, you losing fertility and shit like that?
Hey, why, man? Are you paranoid or something?
I don't know whether that deserves that question.
He's already off. He was swearing and stuff.
Bottom line is, I
Oh,
know
really?
I know you're not interested in stopping the pot, and you really don't care what that answer anyway. But be that as it may, it will really significantly elevate your estrogen levels. It can cause actually breast development in males sometimes.
That's right.
Lowers your sperm count, can decrease your libido, and but it doesn't affect fertility per se. It's not as though you can't get someone pregnant or that you'll have problems with pregnancies or increase in birth defects. So there was a school of thought out here in this coast for a while that there might be an increased incidence of orthopedic defects when the dad is smoking a lot of pot. I don't believe that.
And when you quit after smoking a long time, you become depressed as hell, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a guarantee, or some people can fight it?
No, not guaranteed. But what is guaranteed, you smoke long enough, heavy enough, you will eventually start getting depressed and start smoking more and get more depressed. And in trying to find a way out, switch over to speed or alcohol or heroin sometimes, or have to get treatment.
Is it possible for somebody to lead a normal, so-called normal life that smokes pot every single day?
Yes.
And does that bother you, being that you're like the
No.
specialist? No. Because I think I know some people like that
Oh,
do
no.
it every day and are smart as hell.
Oh, no.
Get to work on time,
will-
get everything
It
done.
will come down. The house of cards will come down.
What do you mean?
I will see them someday.
Really?
Absolutely.
inevitable.
That's in fact, I was lecturing a group of addicts tonight, trying to sort of, as a group, we're talking about whether or not you could take somebody like that and motivate them to change. I mean, things are working for them. They're okay. They like their pot, and they haven't had any consequences yet. And the consensus amongst the addicts was, no way, we wouldn't listen to you. No way. Even if you guaranteed us we were going to be in trouble in 5 years, we'd wait those 5 years. And that's what people tend to do. They wait till the house of cards falls, till the problems start developing. And I guarantee you, what's weird about pot is that there's a huge variability in the time intervals between starting the heavy pot smoking and the time in which the S starts hitting the fan.
Right.
Some people can function fine for like 30 years, and then it really comes down.
So eventually the S is going to hit the fan if you're
Eventually.
smoking every single
Yeah,
day. You may be
eventually.
cool as can be, you kids out there that are 23 that smoke every day in college right now. But
Usually
it
it's
will
within
hit
5
the
years,
fan.
sometimes
Really?
within 1 year. But
Man.
but there are guys that do it for 20, 30, 40, decades, and they don't seem to have problems, but eventually they do.
Interesting. All right.
Hopefully they can just realize that most stoners are pretty much just boring before it gets too serious.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing good about them is their laugh.
Yeah.
That's cool. Brittany,
Yeah.
what's up? You're 15 on LoveLine.
Hi. Okay, first of all, I wanted to tell The Living End, they've helped me through a lot of times, stuff with their music, and my favorite song is probably, I think it's Time Is Almost Up. I forgot the name of it.
Staring at the light.
It might be.
Is
I
it?
still
Time's
have
up,
it on
heading
my
for a brighter light. Is that the first line?
but I stole it from my sister, so I don't know what it's called.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Anyways, and I also, oh crap, I don't know your name, but you're filling in for Adam.
Yeah, Stryker.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
A couple nights ago, a guy named Kyle.
Yeah.
He was like dissing on you way bad, saying, "Oh, you're not gonna take his spot."
What?
And
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
that
put him
somebody
on hold
called in?
forever.
Oh, yeah,
A couple
yeah.
nights
So
ago.
mad. I just want to say you rock, and so does Adam. Everybody rocks, but he's just stupid.
Oh, well, thanks.
Thank you, Brittany. What's going on? What else going on?
Damn you, Kyle.
I'm in.
Okay. Okay. This is my question. My mom is kind of been sleeping around with a lot of guys her whole life.
Oh.
Well, ever since my dad and they split up and everything, and I'm worried about her, and I don't know how to ask her if she can like stop so she doesn't get a disease or protection or get checked.
Wow, you sound responsible. That is impressive, Brittany.
Unfortunately, Brittany, it's an awful situation when children have to be the parent. And it's not good for you, frankly. I mean, it's better than acting out in different ways, but your mom's not giving you what you need, and she needs to give you an opportunity to have a childhood and to give you the nourishment emotionally that you need as you go through that childhood, not require you to skip your childhood and move right on to motherhood.
For your mom.
On behalf of your mom, so she
Yeah.
can deal with her effed up life. Brittany, try to stay focused on your life, your friends. Your mom's a big girl. She has to take care of herself, and it is egregious that she should rely on you to help her manage her chaos.
It's kind of hard to like talk to my friends and stuff because they're all younger than me, and they have all done way more than me.
Yeah, I know.
How are you doing in
I'm
school,
just really afraid you're going
Brittany?
to start modeling your mom's behavior at some point in your
Right.
life, and
Well,
that's disturbing.
How are you doing in school?
I go off and on. Right now I don't know what's going on.
I mean, you're what, in 10th grade or something?
I'm supposed to be.
Okay, well, what does that mean, you're supposed to be?
I got held back in second grade.
Oh, okay. Well, do well in school. You're 3 years away from being 18. If you do well enough, go to college, leave the state, and just make yourself into the best person you can. And as Drew said, it's just don't become a mom for your mom, even though you care about her.
Okay, I also want to tell Drew something.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you that some people don't really give you compliments, and I always thought you were probably the best because
Oh,
you
Brittany,
always
thanks.
give the best
Well,
stuff.
Brittany, make us all feel good.
Unacceptable.
Oh, God, the ghost of Corolla.
Sorry, I like him the best. He's my favorite.
Who, Adam?
No,
Oh, me.
you.
Oh, Adam Bugs.
You're a little, yeah.
Pushes people down, but okay.
All right, thanks, Brittany.
All right.
Good luck with your mama.
Unacceptable.
Thank you very much. And Anderson, you're not a deer in headlights. I apologize for that from the first minute of the show. Daniel,
Yeah, hey.
you're 14.
Stryker,
Yeah.
I listen to your show every night,
Thanks, man.
and you're awesome. And Drew,
Daniel?
my dad is a psychiatrist in the Los Angeles area, and he says you're just basically the best thing that could happen to a teenager.
You thought he was going to say a
Thank you,
crock.
Daniel.
didn't you?
We didn't know we didn't know which
said
direction.
what you said, man.
Could have gone either direction there, Daniel.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I think you're the greatest. He thinks you're the best.
Well, that's very kind.
That's good.
And I've just got a question for the living end. You guys are awesome, and I've noticed when I listen to your songs that they're usually like Public Enemy #1 or like Second Solution about like on death row or like West End Riot. I'm just wondering what that comes from. I'm just curious because I mean
Yeah,
I
I know.
love
Look,
your music.
it's a good question. I don't really know. I think there's just certain things that kind of appeal to me as a songwriter and things that I'm kind of interested in, and I guess maybe half of that is because I think there's a lack of bands that are really doing that sort of thing, and a lot of my favorite bands, whether it be like the Jam or the Clash or anything, kind of sang about subjects like that, and I don't know, I just find it interesting. Lyrically, I find it a lot more appealing than writing songs about your girlfriend kind of stuffing you around, whatever.
Yeah, and also is Scott in there tonight?
Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Scott, all right, I had a counselor at camp who's from Melbourne,
Uh-huh.
and he claimed that his brother went to high school with you and that you guys were best friends. Or not best friends, but you guys were good, that you guys talked to each other.
They were mates out
What's
there.
his
You
name?
actually spoke.
They were mates.
What's his
Nice.
name?
What's his name?
I don't know his first name, but
Oh.
the last name was Gould.
Gould.
Jason Gould? Did we go to school with a guy called Jason Gould?
His brother would be Andy.
I'm sorry, it doesn't spring to mind. I can't say that I can remember everyone that I went to and was I might have been friends with in high school for
I was just
a certain period of time, but it doesn't automatically spring to mind. It's obviously not someone who is.
No, there was a Gould.
Super
Anyway.
important.
Chris
in,
has a good memory.
Our life.
All right, Daniel, thanks for
All right,
calling,
thanks.
man. We
Take care,
appreciate
pal.
the compliments. I have a question for the living end. So, do you take care of the lyrics, or is it a group effort? Chris?
I pretty much take care of the kind of initial lyrics and stuff, and then kind of take it in, and we jam it out for a few hours in like a rehearsal room. And then, if there's, a couple of lines that sound a bit dodgy, Scott or Trav will kind of go, that line sounds a bit dodgy.
Right.
We're pretty honest, which is a good thing. They're not afraid to sort of say that bit sucks.
Right. What about the music, Scott? How do you guys come up with your riffs and just the whole tune of a song?
Well, Chris has written, pretty much most of the stuff on the album. So it's pretty much a matter of he comes in with ideas. Sometimes they're almost songs that are completely structured, and they're the kind of they're the thing I'd hear and I'd go, look, I don't want to touch that. I think it sounds fantastic. Or it's something that I'll just go, I get, no offense, but I get bored when I listen to that part. Maybe we should chop that and add some more of that and this and that, and just I guess it's more of a kind of group collaboration when it comes to arranging the songs. But Chris comes up with most of the parts, the guitar riffs and all that kind of stuff. Me and Trav have ideas, and we've written a few parts in our time. But
cool.
Yeah, they generally come.
Formula.
They generally come from Chris's head.
Well, it definitely is working. And if you guys are just joining us, Living End, that's who we're speaking to right here. They're a three-piece band, a stand-up bass, which is so cool if you haven't seen it before live. Scott just kills this thing, and then Chris sings and plays guitar, and he plays a mean guitar and can sing at the same time, which I play a little guitar, and I try to sing at the same time. I am the worst.
I mean, I can't do the old kind of rub the belly and pat the head thing.
Right.
I'm doing it right now, but
that's
that's the first time ever. But it's just practice. It ain't talent.
Very good.
It's all I do.
Good. Hey, is it break time?
It's break time.
I still don't even. I've been doing this thing for a little while. All right, it's LoveLine, you guys. As I said, Living In with Drew, and I'm Stryker, and more of the this show LoveLine coming up. Hold on.
Hello? Who's this?
This is LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
Yeah, we're back. This is LoveLine. I'm Stryker, Ted, along with Pinsky, Drew the Doctor.
Yes, sir.
It's almost time for us to go. Living End still hanging out here from Australia, touring the U.S. Going to be on the Warp Tour in a city near you. And then on tour with Green Day. That's going to be a punk fest.
It's going to be a hot summer.
It's going to be
We're
cool.
pretty much spending the rest of the year over here, I think. We're going to get zip codes, the whole bit.
So you have a visa to stay in the country for a certain amount of time?
We do.
You do?
We do. Beware.
Ah, so you could just do something to get the hell out of Dodge.
We could.
I'll have my eye on you, boys.
All right.
We have someone that
You
has
could be big brother for us.
I'll be big brother.
I'm sure the U.S. government will be happy about that.
Dr. Drew, big brother. All right, Deborah.
Hi.
Hey, you're 20 on LoveLine. What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to Chris and Scott. And
Hey, Deborah.
hi.
there.
I'm a really big fan of you guys. I've been a fan for about a year and a half. The first album, The Living End, I love that. I used to work out to that every day for about 6 months. So.
Yeah.
What kind of workout are we talking here?
Oh, just anything like treadmill, cardio, whatever. I just pop my Walkmans on and listen all the time.
Anything that gets your pulse rate up.
Oh yeah, just
Yes.
looking at you guys does that for me. So.
Whoa!
I don't know how to help that.
You don't have to do anything. No, I just want to say, Scott, I love the upright bass. I've actually bought a bass. I could learn some of your bass lines. And that would be kind of hard to do because you have an upright bass and I have electric. But I'm probably nervous right now. But I just want to say, I think you're so sexy. And that when you watching you play is such a turn on because I love the way you just kind of grab your bass and
He's masturbating right now.
You'll get over that. I got over it. So
I
you'll
think
get
you have the
over it.
sexiest hands too. Seriously.
Oh, he
you
does.
You don't. Houses and everything. I think they're.
You guys, just listen to what women can make out of into sex, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I sing for bass players, and you
Playing an upright bass, playing a slap bass, playing rockabilly slap kind of style gives you really bad blisters. Your fingers could even bruise. I know this isn't great for radio, but I'll show the other guys in the studio. Look at that.
Let's see.
That's not very sexy, man.
There's nothing
She's
at all
just been
sexy
saying
about
Oh, sorry. She loves seeing you slap a plank of wood, man. You know. And
You
don't
get
worry
some
about the
beer in
blisters.
these Aussies and they start saying the F word. So I'm gonna start fighting in here. Oh man. Well,
I
Deborah.
apologize. It's my upbringing.
Okay.
But you know.
Unacceptable.
That's totally unacceptable.
Scott, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
In your best romantic way, can you say something to Deborah that maybe she can think about while going to sleep tonight? Like you would like to use your fingers on the bass, but she'll be your bass. Come on, you want her leg to be your third string, something like that?
Make her bass upright.
Yeah, come on, do it, Scott.
You want to check out our F holes?
I could make a G-string. Oh, surely I can make a G-string joke of some description, can't I? Or a tuning peg joke, or a tailpiece joke, or maybe even a bottom end kind of joke, or how about a rubbing my hand up the back of the neck kind of joke, or
It's no joke for Deborah, though.
All right, that's
enough.
good. All right, Deborah, thanks for calling.
They're all hypotheticals.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Let's get a few more in here real quick. Bobby, 15 on Loveline.
It's getting steamy.
I had a question about puberty.
Yeah.
Is there like a date, like a year that you have to go through it? Like, if you don't, it's a problem.
Do you have hair under your arms yet?
Some.
Well, you're on your way, my man.
Well, I mean, it's like it's been this way for like 4 years.
You've been sort of the same.
How big's your pee-pee?
Well, like, limp or what?
Does it seem?
Give me both measurements.
Does it seem about the same size as everyone else's, or behind?
Behind.
And
size doesn't matter.
You're not Asian, are you?
No.
Okay.
Nice.
What?
And have you had your growth spurt yet?
Well, I've grown a little bit, but not a whole lot.
All right. Listen, delayed or later puberty is associated with longevity, so just relax. It'll be okay. And the kids that have the growth spurt the latest tend to be the tallest.
Okay.
So there you go.
Hey, I'm sure sign of that.
Yeah.
I grew. Hey, Bobby.
Uh-huh.
I was a late bloomer. All my friends were getting. I was, fairly tall at like 12, 13. Then they all shot right past me. Come 17, 18, 19, even 20. Up to like 6'1.5" now. I was like 5'9" in the 11th grade or something.
Yeah, my dad grew like a foot when he got out of high school.
Hey, you will be fine, Bobby.
Yeah,
Seriously.
So he's got 3 feet now, is he? Or
You just got that genetic makeup. So
You are so
just
drunk.
relax.
All right, thanks, Bobby.
He said he grew a foot.
I am so drunk and all I'm drinking is water.
He grew
Jenny.
3 meters.
Hi, you're 19 on Loveline.
I just wanted to tell the Living End that they were awesome when they played at the Crest Theater in Sacramento on Monday night. And
Thank you.
And I hope you guys come back like on a Friday night because there wasn't a big turnout on Monday there. But you guys are awesome. And I kind of wanted to know if you could tour with any bands that are around today. Who would you kind of want to tour with?
We've been very lucky, we've had the chance to tour with kind of, our, idols and people that we've really looked up to, such as kind of the Rancids, and we toured with the Specials and the Boss Tones and Offspring, and we've done a lot of things that we probably never thought we'd be able to do. So there isn't really that many bands left that we'd want to tour with, maybe like the Beatles or something, but obviously none around anymore.
Is there so there's really no one out there that says, man, that's actually a pretty good song
Oh,
right
I'd
there.
love
That's
I'd love to tour with Supergrass or something from
That's
England.
cool,
Yeah.
right.
Who?
All right, Jenny.
Okay, thanks.
Cool. Have fun in Sacktown.
All right.
And sorry your guys lost to our Lakers out here. Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man? 23 on Loveline.
Yeah.
We only got a minute, so try to make it quick, okay?
All right, if someone has a problem maintaining an erection,
Right.
how would you go about curing that?
Well,
Drew, go
first check to see if there's a medical problem. You want any medication?
Not medication, no drugs, nothing.
And when does the erection sort of lose? When do you lose it?
During sex,
It's
during oral, during anything.
Same partner or with any partner?
Same girl. Just for the past 3 months, like when we'd get all excited and ready to go, and then.
But it's never happened before with anyone else.
No.
Any problems in the relationship?
No.
Any anger or anything like that? Anybody cheated? Anybody make you
Nothing.
anxious? You leaving?
I love her. I think she's great. Everything's like kick butt. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, man.
You've otherwise been feeling well. Do you get nervous that it's going to happen again each time
Yeah,
you
I
have sex?
do.
Well, sometimes it is just that. It's called anticipatory anxiety. Just the thought that it's going to happen again is enough to make it happen again.
Now, would I remember last week you said something about the level of testosterone changing because of masturbation.
No. Do you masturbate a lot?
No, not now because I'm trying to,
Good.
fix whatever's wrong.
That's a good thing. But just realize that you got to take the focus off the intercourse and just focus on enjoying yourself, and realize that anxiety really works against sexual functioning in the male.
So the more your mind plays tricks on you, the worse you're going to be.
That's right.
Is that it?
Yep.
All right, we got to take another break. More Loveline coming up after this.
Hello, this is your radio. Loveline will be right back.
Loveline, we're back, but we're almost gone. All right, along with Dr. Drew at Stryker. Living End, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Good to see you too. You guys are awesome. Everyone out there, go check them out, definitely. They're going to be on tour this summer with Green Day. They'll also be on the Warped Tour in a few dates. And I believe Chris will be at many clubs stripping. So,
And Stryker, thanks for filling in for Adam. You've been a pleasure.
That's the rumor.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Dr.
you've done a great job. I haven't seen the other geezer, but I don't want to see him.
He couldn't be any better, could he? No way.
No,
Thank you.
I don't think so. I think he's lost his job.
No, I don't know about that. And you guys that called in to Loveline, thanks for being so cool. I had a great time. Ace Racola will be back very soon. So for Drew,
I guess I'll be here tomorrow with Howie Mandel. Just to,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that should be cool.
It'll be interesting.
Drew and Howie Mandel tomorrow.
That'll
Now
be
can I do the sign off?
Yes, please.
You sure? You all right? All right, Living End. That's Dr. Drew. And I am Ted Stryker saying goodbye, Mama.
Just calling to ask if it's safe to have anal sex.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingle. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.